Welcome to the VOT Club. Hey, it's Suze, and welcome to tonight's episode of Keep the Bad Guys Away. Hey, nice to see you. Happy Valentine's Day. Hey, you like that little intro? Welcome to the VOT Club. See, I had this whole theatrical production that I was thinking to myself, a couple years ago, I was like putting this all together because I'm like, nobody's ever going to prosecute anything in the United States. Nobody's ever going to get arrested, because law enforcement likes to protect other law enforcement, attorneys like to protect other attorneys and so forth, that whole scam. So I was coming up with this, how I was going to illustrate this whole thing. And so I came up with the VOT Club, and I was going to have this whole black robe and everything. I was going to say, welcome to the VOT Club. I mean, I had a website, www.votclub.com, that recently just got hacked a couple months ago. That was running for almost a year, votclub.com. And, I had I was making t-shirts and doing all kinds of things. But anyway, I am a VOT stands for Victims of Terrorism. Yes, I am a victim of terrorism. I even had to tell Tom McCann that, of Senator John McCain's office. I'm like, Tom, I'm a victim of terrorism. I mean, hello. I guess that's why people don't get it. I guess they don't understand terrorism. If you don't understand terrorism, read this book, Terrorism and Homeland Security. It costs about $100. But anyway, why am I a victim of terrorism? Well, first of all, I'm a victim of terrorism because of the stupidity of America. The stupidity of the legal system letting guys out early, like they did in Harris County, Texas, that were later identified to be terrorists because of all the cops that keep arresting these guys and letting them go, and they turn out later to be terrorists or involved in terrorism or in cells or sleeper cells, that type of thing. So I'm a victim of terrorism, one, because of the terrorists, and secondly, because of the stupidity of the United States legal system and law enforcement. That's why I am a victim of terrorism. It's it's all because of you. But so anyway, I am the Queen VOT. So welcome to the VOT Club. And let me tell you, Valentine's Day. This is one day that I am very, very glad to have not received a dozen roses, or any roses for that matter. Not even one rose. Oh, thank God, no roses today. I'll tell you why. The girl Wendy DeVita, Rose, and the other VOT like me, the one that's been screwed over by the planet, the one that's helped the government a million times on terrorism cases that ever does anything for her. And, Wendy, the girl that, gets used to be an informant by the federal government, most likely by the FBI, and gets threatened and or paid off, gets special favors, that type of thing. Okay, so Wendy was telling me about roses and terrorists. And this is something really important. I met Wendy in a domestic violence shelter in Phoenix, Arizona. And so, strangely, Chrysalis domestic violence shelter. I think it was kind of set up. But anyway, so Wendy gets a rose or roses delivered to her at the domestic violence shelter. She flips. And so she's telling me that the terrorists often use roses as a sign to each other that they're about to do a hit. And I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. Okay, so that day that Wendy got roses, I mean, she was totally flipped out. I mean, you could just see, the panic in her. She's like, oh my God, the terrorists are going to hit. The terrorists are going to hit. I'm like, holy damn shit. See, and I'm a VOT, so I understand this. Okay, now here's the kicker. When I learned this from Wendy, I said, oh my God. Okay, so I met Rouzbeh Kameh. Now, Rouzbeh Kameh is also Rouzbeh Alex Kameh, a.k.a. Payman Safavi, a.k.a. David Deaton Safari in Texas, Payman Safavi in California, Rouzbeh Alex Kameh, and Payman Safavi in Nevada, David Deaton Safari in Texas. Wendy's puts a couple other names to him. She calls him Muhammad Atta and Ihan Zorlu is apparently names used or referenced linked into Florida. But now, so what she says, these terrorist roses are a sign. So when I first met Rouzbeh Kameh in Las Vegas in 2001, just a couple months before 9/11, can I just tell you, on our very first date, he brought me a beautiful dozen roses. And then after that, every time we went out, I got a dozen roses. I had my whole apartment was just rose vase after rose vase after rose vase after rose vase for months. Oh my God, it was just got to be so crazy, all these roses, that, you know, I even said to him, I'm like, you don't have to buy me roses. I had like no place to put them. Okay. But see, I mean, I can't even believe that. So, I mean, if, you know, if what Wendy's saying is true, which is what I think, I mean, man, dude, tons of roses, tons, millions of roses right before 9/11. I mean, holy cow, dude. Isn't that a little creepy? But so anyway, I never, ever, 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 ever want to be given a rose again. I don't even, you know what? I don't even want flowers. I never want to get flowers from a guy, let alone roses. Somebody gives me roses and I'll be like totally flipped out. Roses are apparently a sign that the terrorists use to show that they're going to hit somewhere. So very scary. But anyway, so I'm actually thankful that I work today at the hospital, and then thankful that I'm going to bed early by myself tonight on Valentine's Day. So anyway, that's tonight's episode of Keep the Bad Guys Away. I'll see you next time.